Heads up, this podcast more than likely contains strong language, tongue-in-cheek humor, and suggestive remarks. Hello, and welcome to the Hyper Podcast, where two likable people who like talking talk to people they like about the things that the people they like to see if we could like it too. I'm here with my best buddy Teddy, and also with a very special guest, Jordan. Say hello.
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 Bark, dog.
Who are you here with, Teddy, please?
I'm here with my best buddy Anna and with our wonderful musical producer who produced our little jingle, Jordy.
Yes, executive producer, musician, singer. What else? What else can you do, Jordy?
I can play saxophone.
Oh
But I
my
haven't done that on the tune
god,
yet. Maybe there'll be a variation in the future with saxophone.
he plays
Slow jazz.
saxophone.
What's that jazz that's really popular at the moment? It was like it's sort of like almost like digital jazz almost. Like there's a little bit of like video game element to it, but it's jazz.
Yeah, 8-bit big band.
Is that what it is?
I call it plinky plonky jazz.
Ooh,
I like that blinky blonky jazz.
plinky plonky jazz. Is that kind of like lo-fi remixes of video games, or not really?
It's like a little jazz band playing Mario Kart Live kind of thing, but also like yeah, it's quite intense.
I've heard a little bit of it, and it's really I liked it, but I know I can't. One of my friends was like really into it for a bit, and I was like, you know what, it's pretty cool. It's pretty vibes.
Jordy is a jazz extraordinaire.
Jazz extraordinaire.
I have seen
I'm a jazz
you.
hair, maybe.
I have seen you jazzing. I've seen you saxing. I've seen you singing. I've seen you dancing. I don't think that counts as jazz.
You've clearly seen way too much.
Seen everything, lives in the walls.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, I want to ask you both, how was your day today?
Bad.
Oh no.
Well, I've been struggling with my PC, but hopefully I can fix it. But the worst part of it was, so I'm trying to fit a new CPU cooler because I was having some issues. We thought it was the memory because everything was stuttering. So I added some more RAM sticks, but then the PC just kept crashing. So I took off the old cooler and it was fine. So I think that cooler had died and was just blocking a bunch of heat onto the CPU. But now it needs another cooler, and I put one in and dropped about 7 bolts into my graphics card. So I had to take my graphics card out and shake those out and keep using them. And then it didn't work anyway. So
Damn.
now I've got a different cooler coming, and I'm like, please let this work, or else I might have to just go off the grid and just start living a hermit life.
You
Don't know if I
talking
can take
about
it.
anything to do with computers sounds like beep beep boop beep 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 bonk beep.
Well,
bonk,
even I
beep.
was there like, fuck, how do I open the BIOS on this thing again? Like, I know like my motherboard's this and my CPU's this, but like what key do I press on that? What is it? So I'm like Googling like what open, how navigate. So I know some things, but I forget like all the important bits.
Yeah, I recently upgraded my computer, and
So
took
you
it
know
all
my
apart.
pain.
I had the same experience of like, yeah, it isn't working, and I spent like 6 hours trying to get it to work, and then in my case, it turned out I just hadn't plugged in the hard drive with my Windows OS on it.
Yeah, that's a pain. I mean, I gave our friend my old PC, and it just kept like crashing, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And it turned out the Windows download that they have on the site was like corrupted, so you couldn't download it through there. So we had to take it to my friend's Mormon neighbors who do PCs for a living.
What?
And they had to install. I know, right?
Mormons?
I was like, wow, that's weird for them to do, but okay.
I don't think Mormons left Utah.
No, they have Mormon. Like his neighbors are Mormons. I was like, okay, and I was like, and they do PCs. He was like, yeah. I was like, okay, but they won't do blood transfusions. Got it.
Oh my
Or whatever it is
God.
that they don't, whatever it is they don't do. But they fixed it because they just added, because they've got it on the disc. But apparently, yeah, the actual like Windows 10 download on their site is like corrupted. I was like, cool, thanks.
Wait,
It's like, why
Mormons
do they do
don't
this
do
to us?
blood transfusions?
I can't remember if it's the Mormons or if it's the other ones.
They don't drink coffee, so they
I
must
know,
have like a
yeah.
really steady low heart rate. Which
They're
is
they're
probably,
they're
which is
very
probably
purist Mormons, from what I remember. They're very friendly. Like his neighbors are very nice, but I know
Hmm.
that they have very strict things that they follow. Who is it that? Oh, maybe no. I think it's the Jehovah's that don't do blood transfusions.
Oh.
We have those here as well.
Yeah, I've definitely met Jehovah's because they come knocking sometimes, but I've never met a Mormon, I don't think. Knowingly. I've never knowingly met a Mormon.
I think they're Mormons, or maybe they are Jehovah's. I don't know. There's some sort of Christian derivative that's very devout, but
It's
they
gotta
work with
be.
PCs and they're a god hand
yeah,
at it. So that was obviously their
yeah.
calling.
I'm just googling computer fixing religions, and it's a lot of cults. I'm gonna
They're actually running a cult out of the house next door to my best mate. They're just like, hello, would you like to join us? No. Would you like your PC fixed? Yes, good.
Interesting. Well, how was your day, Jordan?
Mine was okay. I'm not going to dox myself by saying where, but I was in the countryside working today,
Ooh.
which was kind of nice, except all the trains back from where I was working got cancelled, so I then had to get a rush bus. But the bus
Mm,
went through a very scenic route to get me back home, so it was actually quite pleasant, and it's very hot today,
Yeah.
so
Look on
it
the
was
bright
quite
side.
nice. I do enjoy working from there when I can.
Do you get travel sick on buses?
No, I don't. I know some people do. I can sit in any direction on public transport and not get travel sick. I can read
Oh,
in the car even and not get travel sick.
oh man, that is such a superpower. I wish I could read in the car.
If I'm in the front seat of a car, I'm fine. If I'm in the back seats, it's game over.
Yeah, famously,
I,
game over. I
I,
can't
I
think how
don't know
many
if that's
times.
because I can see ahead to the road ahead and it helps my brain process it.
I
My
can't think
brother,
of.
my brother's awful. He threw up everywhere. We were in Tenerife. We drove up to the top of a mountain and he projectile vomited all over the inside of our rental car, at the top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere in Tenerife.
Oh, that's
Mm.
bad.
It was bad. It was so bad. It stunk so bad.
I've had a similar experience to this, and I'm frustrated that I am going to say this on podcast because it is one of my interesting facts that sometimes I whip out at networking events. You know, when they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, where are you from? Give me one interesting fact." This is my interesting fact, and now everyone's going to know it, so it's not interesting anymore. But I once went to Gibraltar, where they famously have monkeys,
Aw.
and I was really sick and I vomited into a bag at the top of this mountain, and a monkey stole it off me, ran towards me, took the
And
bag
ate
of my
it.
sick, and started eating it. Yep.
No.
Yep. I'm not proud of it, but I kind of am. I mean, I was probably like 12.
Oh. And that was before I was gonna say like, well, maybe because you're vegan, you don't have all because like meat like is really bad. Like the reason you can't use human waste as compost is because of all the meat product in it. But if you were 12, that was pre-vegan, so he was just eating slop.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was really rough,
I mean,
and it's
immediately after you said that story, Anna, the outro music for this podcast started playing in my head. So I'm happy with what we've got.
you've had
We've got
enough.
enough, I think.
That was
Yeah.
enough. That was enough. We go home now.
I mean,
I'm.
it was.
Oh.
I remember it very well, and my
That's-
brother remembers it very well, which I think is quite funny. And he brings it up more often than I think is relevant.
They always do, don't they? Those siblings, they find something to bring up. I think it's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my interesting fact, and I have said that at work events, and I have got the same reaction as
I
you
think you
guys.
need to get a different story to say so you can actually network successfully.
Yeah, but nothing I do or say
I
is
think that is
interesting.
sabotaging you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were like, and the monkey's here today, and it like comes
Yeah,
along and
you're
like
right.
steals like, something, that would have been
No.
that would really add to it. But
Yeah.
you could just get George.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just
Problem
have George
solved.
come in.
Yeah.
What was it we discovered the other day? We were like looking up our old teacher, like our old biology teacher that all the girls used to have a crush on, and I went, you know what? He looks kind of like George.
Yeah.
And Anna was like, yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Well, when me and Jordan first met, we met at university, and I met Jordan. I don't know. I think I might have been the second person in what became our friendship group to meet Jordan. And as soon as I met Jordan, some of my other girly friends were like, "Ooh, who's that?"
Oh,
Little did they know that Jordan is not my type. Um,
No, no, really not.
not tall and
I'm
skinny
I'm
and
I'm I'm
bean-poley and
I'm four
gangly.
I'm 4 foot tall and shaped like a coffee bean.
yeah. And
Anna's
that's
type is so you can clock it from a mile off. It's like big nose,
yeah,
tall,
older,
quirky,
dark hair,
yeah,
probably got
curly
poor
hair.
vision. Yeah, I know. It's not good.
You do like a squinter, didn't you?
I don't know what
That
to
was a
make of
weird
that.
sentence to say.
Strange word to use.
I
That
don't
was a
know what
weird
to make
sentence.
of you do like a squinter.
You like a squinter, he likes a squirter. Together, you're.
Oh Jesus wept. Oh God.
I
So
gotta
yeah,
get one in.
yeah, should have probably pre-warned Jordy that
Teddy's devious.
Teddy will whip out some absolute corkers.
Oh,
But
I
that's
have them
fine. You know
stored.
now. You know now.
I'm great fun at parties, at making the vibe very uncomfortable and everyone want to go
mm,
home.
that is a
It's fine.
skill.
We have a content warning at the beginning of this, so
We
it's
do. That's
cool.
why Anna made me. She went, "We can't put this up. You need to make a content
Yeah.
warning." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you know, me and one of Anna's mutual friends, I don't know if we can name him, tried to start a podcast years ago.
Mm.
Um, but it didn't go anywhere because the first episode was just too vulgar, I think. There was just we tried to start and it was just yeah, there was nothing usable. I think I had 2 minutes of content and it was mostly syllables.
Yeah. I've
The-
I've been given a strict list of things I'm not allowed to say and talk
and
about.
yet you still listen
I
to
find
what
a
we
way.
put out there, and it's vulgar's the word.
I don't think we're vulgar. I think we're cheeky.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cheeky
I
like tongue out
we
and a little wink, cheeky.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'd be allowed to be we'd be allowed to do stand-up comedy in front of a secondary school year 11 onward students. We definitely wouldn't be allowed in the elementary school, kind of thing.
I think year 11 is a bloody push.
I don't know. We had fun. They did fun things for us in like year 11. Didn't
I don't
they?
remember.
I mean, I got expelled shortly after we started year 11, so I only remember a very brief pocket.
I don't remember. And what were you like at school, Jordy?
I actually had this conversation recently with someone about when I realized I was funny, and I think year 11 was when I started to become the person I am now. Not to gloat, but like I think
Wow.
year 11 is when I became that kind of like really weirdly sarcastic and sardonic person.
When you realize you are funny, said in such a
Yeah,
deadpan way, I don't know how to
yeah,
take it. I love it.
yeah,
You finally made someone laugh, and you were like, "This is my calling."
Mm.
exactly. I no longer had to rely on slapstick,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
although I'm starting to come back towards that now. So
I
Yeah.
think it's a very delicate line to walk, isn't it? Being like tongue in cheek, slapstick, dark humor, but also not being a dick.
yeah, I don't think I was a dick. But no, I think my school days were fine. I mean, it's so long ago. I'm sure if you asked one of my
Mm-hmm.
school friends, they'd have very colorful memories of what I was like back then. But
I
don't.
just I remembered
I'm
the
not
other
good.
day that I used to find one of our friends and I used to honk her boobs and then run away
Yeah.
when we were like 14. And looking back at that, I'm like, why did I do that? That was such a weird thing to do.
I mean, you could write a list of the things that made me think, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And still
I
do.
think it's because nobody ever went, stop doing that. If they did, I would have gone, oh, okay, and found something else weird to do.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right. I didn't set you. I was gonna
You
say
should have been,
set you straight, but
yeah, you
that's not what I
should have
mean.
chuckled. You should have been spanking me more often with the belt, man.
That wouldn't have set you straight either.
No, that would have just made me worse.
Mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would have liked it, and then we would have had a whole other bunch of trouble to start
Oh,
back.
Jesus Christ. It never ends. The innuendos, the vulgar, it never ends.
I'm
Although,
chock full.
maybe it is time to end. The vulgar
Oh,
section.
is our guessing game time?
Yeah, shall we? Shall we get into this?
Ooh, so this is the part where we get to try and guess what Jordy's hyperfixation is for us today.
Okay. Do I
Okay.
start talking? I guess I start talking
No,
about it in a way
no,
that's really
No,
cryptic, right?
we'll ask questions and
and then
then
you give us cryptic replies.
Oh, right. I'm not giving cryptic clues, and then you ask questions about the. Okay.
No.
The
I was just
exact
I was
opposite
just
of, like-
waiting for Anna to go in with like something because I thought she might be ready, but I
well,
don't think you were.
I was gonna let you go first. I actually don't know what this. I haven't even got a clue what this might be because Jordy's a
Oh.
well of interesting shit. So
Oh, okay. So we've got a lot. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try and narrow down like what we're working with. Is this Is this a hobby?
Yes, it is. It is a hobby.
Okay. Okay.
is it to do with music?
It's not to do
Okay.
with music, no.
Ooh. Is it to do with group efforts?
This is becoming very 20Q, isn't it? It's a vegetable. It's it weighs about a kilogram. No, it's not a group effort, but I think this is the kind of thing where there's a community spirit in this hobby that's really quite positive.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So you don't do it with other people, but you share your.
I think if you were to share this hobby with someone else at the same time, it would be a very positive experience.
Okay.
Okay. Is it to do with do you do it on a computer?
Computers come into it.
Ooh.
It's not on the
Oh.
computer, but I have a computer with me or some computational device, which really is a great help when doing this hobby.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Is it it's not to do with music, but computers can be used, but you typically do it on your own, but you can do it with other people. Is it would you describe it as artistic?
No, I wouldn't describe it as artistic.
Oh, okay.
Is the computer used as like an identification tool or like a chronologic like tool?
Yeah, so the computer essentially is having a functional use within my like when I do this hobby, I'm using it for like functional things. Yeah, like it's helping me to do it in a
Okay.
functional way.
Okay, I'm gonna need another clue. Immediately need
Hint
a clue.
time,
We've
hint
got like another
time,
hour, right?
hint time, hint time.
Okay, a hint is
Yes.
that I don't do this during the daytime.
Oh.
Oh. Now that is interesting.
99% of the time.
Is that because you need it to be Oh, is it photography? No, that's artistic.
Sometimes that comes into it.
Is it are you like bug hunting?
No, it's not bug
No.
hunting.
Oh, darn.
I detest bugs and would like to not be around them.
Okay.
In fact, the presence
Then
of
you're
bugs.
picking a weird time to go out at night with a bright
That-
computer. Like a
The presence
beacon.
of bugs is a great bane of this hobby.
Oh, and still you do it.
Oh, okay. Are you recording something?
In a roundabout way, I am recording something. Yeah, so I do record something during this session of this hobby.
Jesus Christ,
it-
okay.
Does it have anything to do with nature, like animals?
Nature, yes. Animals, no. Yeah,
No, go on, give us another hint. Go on, you wanted to.
I was just gonna say, this is like I feel like I'm in a D&D session right now, and I'm the DM, and you guys are the players, and I'm just like handing out
We're like, how do we
a
solve this
single word
puzzle?
on a piece of paper, and that's your lore for the rest of the session. Good luck solving this puzzle, idiots.
We are idiots.
It's involving nature in the sense of things that are natural, not man-made, is the goal when doing this.
It's not like geocaching or anything, is it?
It's not geocaching.
I was about to say, I don't think you need to do that at night unless you want the air of mystery about you.
Geocaching at night is terrifying.
Geocaching at night
Yeah.
is just dogging, except you're looking for another
I don't think so.
person in a vehicle.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this.
No, I'm okay. So nighttime, bugs are a bad thing, but it is nature driven.
It's not photography.
There's a computer. It's not artistic. There's not photography. You don't often do it with someone, but if you brought someone with you, it would be pretty chill. But
I
it's
guess
not.
I'll say the main piece of equipment for this I haven't mentioned yet.
Oh, so there's more. Are you like? No, it won't be metal detecting. Are you?
There's a main piece of equipment.
Oh, are you like stargazing, like going out with a
That's
telescope?
what I'm doing. I am telescoping and stargazing.
Yes!
You're stargazing. Good
Oh
one,
my
Teddy.
god. I can't believe I didn't clock that sooner. Are you like using keeping an eye on like where the planets are, what kind of constellations you can see, the visibility of the clouds and stuff with the computer? Or is it do you have like the fancy ones where you can like track the constellations with the built-in computer?
It's not built in. I've got like an iPad or a laptop with me, and I'm using it to
Okay.
track what's visible right now. And like I also use it like before I go out to plan what I might be able to see that night. Because
Yeah.
software that's out there is free, and it lets you do incredible things. Like it lets you simulate like what you'll be able to see with your telescope.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
nice.
this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Like I think going back to when I was a young teenager, I was kind of obsessed with stargazing. And when I got my
Mm.
first camera, I used to do like long exposure nighttime photography of the stars, which was a lot of fun because I lived relatively rural.
Yeah, so you would get really, without the light pollution, you'd get really good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I recently got a telescope, an actual proper big telescope, which I lug around out to the garden all recently to the middle of nowhere in Dorset, which was fantastic.
I must say, it must be nice out there as well in Dorset 'cause it's all lovely and hilly, so you must get some really nice spots where you can be alone and get a really good view without any tree line.
You really can. And like, yeah, we were staying in this like farmhouse basically, and um, it was pitch black. I mean, it was scary because you get the sound of like foxes like going crazy
Screaming,
at
yeah,
night.
and you're like, who was that?
It's quite scary. Thankfully, I have my hot bodyguard with me to
Oh, hot
Yeah.
bodyguard and a hot housemate. Jesus, man, you're a lucky
who,
guy.
who was sleeping during this
Oh,
whole thing.
okay.
He tends to sleep.
He wasn't very
during the-
helpful, but he was there, and that's what matters.
Yeah, but yeah, it's really cool. I mean, the stuff you can see, it's like I think it's. I was surprised the first time I looked through the telescope and saw something interesting. Um, like just looking at a patch of black sky with your two eyes suddenly becomes like a bunch
Yeah,
of
just
stars.
hundreds of tiny little pinpricks.
Have you got
Yeah,
a
and the first time I
favorite
saw them,
like constellation?
so I think there's kind of three categories, I guess, of things to look for in the sky when you're like trying to observe something, and I have a favorite thing in each of those categories so far.
Hit me.
So there's planets,
Mm.
and I guess the moon, which is always fun. The moon's always just really cool to look at because it looks very three-dimensional through a telescope.
Yeah.
And space, I mean, since the Artemis 2 mission recently, I've kind of like that's what prompted me to buy the telescope and finally go all in on this because I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the moon. I love space. I have disposable income. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck it, telescope time.
yeah, exactly. So Jupiter is the planet I've been able to observe the most, and it's really incredible.
Well, it's got its rings and also a shit ton of moons, doesn't it?
Yeah, no rings that you can see. So the rings it does have aren't visible, but you've got the
Oh.
bands, or the gas bands. Saturn should
Yeah.
be coming out later this year, which I should be able to see with the rings. So that's
Mm.
planets.
Nice.
Then there's constant. Then there's like clusters and like deep sky objects like that. You can't resolve stars as spheres or anything, but you could. One of my favorite things to look at is just stars which are binary stars, but you can see the individual stars. So
Mm.
crazy knowing that I'm looking at two objects that are orbiting each other hundreds of light years away, but I can see
Yeah.
them individually.
Hmm.
It's and then if you looked at them over a long enough time, you would see them like move relative to each other. And then
Yeah.
there's galaxies and nebulae, which are deep sky objects.
Mm.
Um, and those are really interesting to look at because they don't look like anything anything interesting at all.
They're kind of like watercolory splotches, aren't they, of like light and
Yeah, exactly.
stars and
So one of the things I do or is encouraged is to actually sketch what you're seeing. So there's kind of artistic thing going on like
Ooh.
that. And it just me like kind of like grabbing a pen and like scribbling on page, and it just looks
yeah,
like a kind of a smudge, but it's a galaxy and it's something you can't see with
yeah.
the naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it, and you can be like, "Oh, most people won't ever see that, but I did."
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. And there's so many catalogued, and it's when you go to a really dark sky site, like I saw the Ring Nebula, which
Ooh,
looks like a ring. You know, it's called the Ring Nebula. You think, well, duh, it's going to look
yeah,
like a ring. But then you see it, and it's so much more impressive than you may have
yeah.
thought it. Because I'd seen a few galaxies and it's smudges, but then you see something like that, and it's clearly like a ring of white light, which is amazing.
And you're more like, "Oh, okay."
How do
Exactly,
you?
and
How easy is it if you're looking through a telescope? How easy is it to differentiate between planets and stars? Is it easy or no?
yeah. So this was actually something that happened on my first observing session. I noticed that I thought we were looking at Jupiter, and I was like, "Damn, that's really disappointing. It just looks like a speck of light." And I
Mm.
didn't have the most. I had like not the most like zoomed in eyepiece for
Mm.
this, and I was like, "Oh, it's just a speck of light. How dull!" And then I was just kind of like randomly moving the telescope around near where it was meant to be because there's a little alignment scope. So frankly, a lot of this is just aligning shit and trying to get the software to work to
Mm-hmm.
align with the telescope. But I moved it, and then suddenly I was actually on Jupiter, and it was a big oh shit moment where
Mm.
Yeah,
the people who were with me, because I did this, there were a couple of people with me when I did this first observation. Um, we had a look through, and it was everyone, putting their eye to the eyepiece and giving a big whoa,
yeah.
which was
Mm.
pretty special. So they're
Mm.
quite obviously different.
Mm. Okay.
You're like, "Oh, wait, I was just looking at a star. Oh, never." mind."
That star was probably
Exactly.
so fucking proud of itself for capturing your attention.
Yeah, it's blushing. It's like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
it's like, oh, finally someone's looking at me and not like Sarah down the 2 million miles away, but
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
everyone's stupid with it. Yeah, the
Well,
stars will laugh at.
I love a good star. This is really weird because in our last little episode where we were just yapping, we were talking about space, and I was like, "I'm not impressed by space.
Mhm.
I don't get it. I don't care about it." And I was there
Mhm.
like, "No, it's great. It's cool. It's fun." And we were talking about Orion's belt, the constellation of Orion and his belt, and how the star in it, Betelgeuse, is like probably going to dim out in our lifetimes. And I
Yeah, I
was
mean,
like,
a dim
"Oh,
out but explode in a
yeah."
dramatic fashion.
Well, it already
Hopefully,
exploded hundreds, millions years ago,
yeah.
but like the
Um,
light will stop reaching us and we'll see like it so bright and then just go. Are you gonna try
yeah.
and capture like it being really bright before it snuffs out?
If it happens in a lifetime, I hope it does. It'd be really great if it did.
I think we're
Um,
gonna be quite old when it happens,
who
and then it'll
knows?
be
Yeah,
quite
maybe.
rusty.
I am. So yeah, because sorry, space. Sorry, Anna, to bore you with space topics because I
No,
guess it's not
do.
that important.
I am
No,
interested.
we're trying to rope her in.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the idea of doing stargazing with someone who knows what we're looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I yeah, if we ever get together, I would probably show you it, and it'll be incredible. But I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to see the solar eclipse in
I
situ
was about
in
to ask,
Spain.
yeah, have you ever seen an eclipse like through the telescope?
I've never seen an eclipse through a telescope. You should not point the telescope at the sun, by
Yeah,
the
that's
way.
probably
Never
true.
do that. Never do
That's
that.
probably true.
You will go blind and melt the mirror. But yeah, I'm going to be seeing the solar eclipse in person in August when that happens, which is
Where
going
you
to be
Oh,
going?
very in person, as if like I'm going to the sun. As in,
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
I'm going to be
say.
go. NASA's taking me up.
yeah, no, I'm going to be in a place where it's actually happening because I've never seen a full eclipse before, which is
Hmm.
quite exciting.
Yeah, because you had to
Yeah,
have
I've just kind of
good
gone space
visibility,
mad.
didn't you?
Yeah, there was a partial eclipse when I was in school actually. I don't know if you guys remember this, which like passed over the UK
No.
Yeah, because it depends on where the
10 years
Earth's
ago.
tilted or something, and sometimes we're not in a position to see it. Or
Yeah, yeah. Like I think it's happened to the USA twice in the last like 10 years, which is
no,
like really
they don't
unfair.
deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. It's so annoying.
Damn them.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. I get a little bit of like that Frism feeling when I experience space stuff, I guess.
It just
Mm.
makes you
It's very
feel like there's
existential
so
for me.
much out there. Yeah. Like you're so
Yeah.
small, but you're still here. And I really like the saying that obviously everything's made out of stardust. So we're not as
Yes.
separate
Yeah.
from the universe as we think we are, we feel we are.
Yeah, totally. And I kind of like I sometimes think about when I'm looking up, like maybe if something else out there is looking down at us. They're obviously
Mm.
seeing us however many hundreds of years ago, but um,
I,
it's
I saw
wonderful.
I saw a joke saying aliens have got their eye on Earth, but they see all the dinosaurs and they're like, "Fuck that! I'm not going over there."
Oh my
Yeah, or
god.
they're seeing like just like I don't know,
Molten
really basic.
lava.
I mean, I really hope they can see the invention of dogs. That's what I want to. That's what I wish I
Oh
had a
yeah,
telescope
they're
and I could see
missing
the
out on
invention of dogs.
dogs.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, that was another thing we were talking about because Anna's not too interested in space, but we did get onto like the topic of aliens and stuff.
Always. Yeah.
aliens.
Love
I
them.
love.
Apparently,
I
there's
really hope there's aliens.
apparently there's categories of aliens. Like there's the reptilians, there's the greys, there's
The royal
and
family.
there's like three others or something, and they're like put into categories. And I'm like, do you mean there's like different species of aliens that we're supposedly in contact with? What like, or is this like a tier level, like
I don't think we've
grunts?
contacted any yet. So I think this should be a tier list. S tier
Yeah,
is
Mm.
like
Oh, you're so right.
the ones from Arrival,
give me the tier list of
and like
aliens.
we can do a tier list of aliens. I guess tier list is like S level is the aliens from Arrival.
Yeah.
Um,
Where would
and
ET fit?
ET's D tier. I've got
Oh.
like I had like a recurring nightmare when I was a kid about ET. So D tier. I love the film, but yeah, the alien itself is just terrifying.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a really crazy dream last night. Do you want to hear about it?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sorry, we're deviating a little bit.
It's
Sorry.
fine because
This is a
I've
treat.
got this is my other hyperfixation, which is my dream diary.
Well, I tried one of them and I
Here
gave
we
up. Oh,
go. No, you didn't give up, did you?
I did give up. I had,
No, it was so pretty.
I know it was so pretty. I had such a backlog, and I was just having weird dreams every fucking night. And I was
Mm.
just like, I can't keep writing these down. I need to do like a digital one on my PC. Next year, I'll
Mm.
do an entirely digital one, so I don't have to like actually hand write it down and decorate the book.
Well, last night's one, I feel like a meaning can be easily plucked from this, but I haven't plucked a meaning from it. Basically, right, picture the scene. I'm on the toilet, I'm doing a poo. Okay.
I can very easily picture it.
And it might
In the
lead.
Shrek
Were you
bathroom.
per chance having to squat down a little bit lower than you'd expect to do it?
I don't know what issue you have with the fact that you think my toilet is slightly too low. And
It
I
is kind of
don't.
a bit of a low toilet.
Come on, guys, let's use those butt muscles. Let's use those quads.
That's
Anyway,
hyperfixation 3. We'll get to that.
right, yeah. Moving on. So I'm on the toilet. I'm doing a poo. The toilet is on a stage. It's not plumbed in. Okay.
Oh my god.
Someone is performing. There's people on the stage performing in front of me, but I'm at the back of the stage doing a poo, not realizing that I'm on a stage, not realizing the toilet is not plumbed in.
Oh my god.
You can see where this is going. The curtains, they're like pulling open because the show's about to start, and I'm on the toilet doing a poo.
That's a really interesting turn of phrase there as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which turn of phrase?
Okay, maybe we can cut that bit, but
The curtains are about to open.
Oh, you nasty! You nasty! And this, okay, I'm going to pretend I didn't get derailed by that. But so I've done a poo. I know that it's not plumbed in. So I attempt to carry the full toilet, cistern, seat, the whole shebang off the stage with my poo in it.
What the fuck, dude? You need to not eat cheese before bed.
I don't even fucking eat cheese, man. And yeah, that's my dream. And then I get poo everywhere. And then I woke up and I was
Yeah.
like, oh damn, that was rubbish.
That sounds to me like you feel woefully inadequate in your professional settings and you feel like you're not meeting expectations and that you're caught off guard.
Ouch, that cut deeper than it ought to
I
have.
think
But
it means that you feel responsible for like your like local area's sewage system, and you feel like
Yeah,
you're the one who has
maybe.
to fix it. It's kind of
Maybe the
obvious to do that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are trying to contact you and saying that they've got a problem and they need your help.
oh, I wish they wouldn't do it through dreams like that though. I
I
was really
know.
rattled, man. I was like, oh my
They
god,
got to
what?
get the telekinesis of the Krang going.
But then I thought, like, yeah, I couldn't work out what that meant, but it
That
felt
is a
like
weird dream.
a message, that one.
I had a dream
It's
that
always
my
a success
partner's
though when
mum
you
name was
wake up and you
Daphne.
haven't pooed yourself.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Wait, what did you say, Jordan?
It's always a success when you've had a poo dream and you wake up and you haven't pooped yourself.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
Can I ask something that might be a little bit not safe for work?
Oh my god. You mean why are you putting a disclosure on this particular bit when you've never bothered before?
Well, I don't, because like you know, like when you're reading like fan fiction or like saucy books, they have like a wet dream and then they wake up and they've actually done something. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've never in my fucking life had a wet dream and woken up and anything's happened to me physically.
I thought it was a
So I don't know if they're lying or I'm just performing wrong in my dream world and I'm just bad in dream bed.
you might just be horny.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There's no change to my body when I wake up.
Uh
I know it's different for men.
I
but
thought it was like a teenage boy thing.
no, I think it's still like men still do it. I don't think it's just a teenage. I think it's more often in teenage boys, which is funny because my mum had to teach my brother how to do his own washing when he was like 13 because she was like, "You're getting to that age now," and he was like, "Shut up, mum."
Oh my god.
Don't talk. And she was like, "I'm just in case the future starts happening. You're 13 now. You should know how to do your own laundry."
That's crazy.
But no,
Um,
I've never.
I'm not sending the link of this podcast to my nan anymore.
But
But
she
no,
might have
and
been our biggest fan.
I've never had a dream where I've peed and woke up and like peed
No,
the
I've
bed.
never
I've
had
never
that.
had anything like that. Any bodily function that happens to me in a dream has not happened to me in real life, other than when I feel like I'm falling, I then wake up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one, but that's
You know,
because that's a reflex or something, isn't it?
not to bring it back to space because I know Anna will hate me for this, but
No, I
I
don't.
find that
I
when
love
I've
you,
been doing a
Jordan.
lot of space stuff in my daytime or
Do you have
nighttime,
weird
I guess,
dreams afterwards, like really
I have
eccentric
weirder
dreams?
dreams. I do have much more vivid
Oh,
space dreams. Like
Ooh, fun.
a few times I've been doing it, I've had dreams of like being adrift in space and like it's
do you know what
very
that
visceral.
is? Do you know what that is? It's the aliens sending signals down to
Gotta be.
your little
Right?
telescope and indoctrinating you
Gotta be.
slowly.
I hope so.
I
I really
man,
hope so.
if an alien
'Cause
came down and went, I can take you to a world with ducks and Wi-Fi and bring all of your loved ones with you, and nature is fine and AI isn't killing the world, I'd be like, take me.
it's because you go to sleep with a tinfoil hat on, isn't it, Jordan?
Yeah. Do you wrap yourself up?
No, I think the issue is I don't wrap myself up, so
Oh,
I'm
I
being contacted
see.
with
Oh.
aliens. If I did
Oh.
have a tinfoil hat on,
Yeah.
like, but
No. True. The tinfoil hat's
I'm
too
thinking
safe.
actually, it's a tinfoil hat. What it is, it's like that kind of like old timey full pajama like nightgown, like
Yeah.
flop.
Yeah.
It's all tinfoil.
Yes. Like you're
So
about
it's
to
just
go out and see what was that noise out there with your little gas
yes, yeah.
lantern.
I'm very
Yeah.
Ebenezer
Oh gosh.
Scrooge.
Yeah.
Is
and
that what you're like while you're out there stargazing? You'll hear like
Oh
some
yeah.
crack in the woods,
Oh.
and you'll be like, "I'm not looking at it. I'm not being the white person in the horror movie who looks at it. I'm staying right here."
Mm.
I fully am like when there was like screaming happening recently in the woods, I was
You were
like,
like,
Classic.
"Someone's
"Ooh,
getting
I did.
murdered."
This is interesting. I did one of them. My hot housemate who took me out here because I can't drive. By the way, this is great. As someone who owns a huge telescope, I can't drive to the
Mhm.
places that I've been for
Me too,
observing.
man. Me too.
I did wonder.
We
So you say, "Hot housemate, please, daddy, take me."
yes, I'd say that he drives me somewhere. Unfortunately, one of the first times we went driving somewhere to look at stars was in a graveyard. I may not have
Oh.
communicated to him exactly that this is where it was going to be, and he was not happy with me.
Mm.
It
Did
was
he stay in the
beautiful.
car?
He came out with me, but was like very much. He had his wits about him, so to speak, the whole time.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was ready. He was ready for the zombies to start popping
Yeah,
out.
he was ready to
Yeah.
fight back if someone came
He was
out.
like,
But of course,
"Ha ha, Jordy, you've installed a fog machine. You're not gonna scare me."
Mm.
no, it was quite. I wasn't scared. I don't mind graveyards. I find them quite fun. But it was just the nearest place I knew I could go to where I was going to get a good view and a dark sky.
Mm.
Because I wasn't sure about the access situation for like some other car parks, but I know church car parks are like always open. So
Are they?
Hmm.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Always.
they always are.
That is such a like goth vibe thing to do. Go stargazing in a graveyard.
I
Come on,
know.
Jordan.
I
You're
know.
gonna cut yourself
such a
on your own
vibe.
edginess.
I
Yeah,
know.
man.
Fuck's sake, you were already cool, and now look at you. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
Anna, you played in my you played like a session in my D&D world. You know, it's just like a wicked, twisted fantasy in that place.
Yeah.
It's
I
yeah,
love it.
It's so
I'm
edgy, but then I
enjoying
have also seen you like dance on Just Dance Wii, like really drunk, so.
Mm.
Yeah.
Another thing about stargazing that actually might catch your attention, Anna, is like because this is more based in the real world, is like how people would use the constellations when they were like on their ships out at sea to like
Oh,
figure out
yeah.
where exactly positioning they were. That's cool. I love that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did
yeah, that's
that.
the shit.
That is the
That's
shit.
crazy to me.
You like pirates though.
I love boats.
I'm roping her back in. I'm roping her back in.
Well,
I
yeah, I
was
can't.
never lost. I'm still interested. Like, I'm really interested in Jordan
You're
getting
just
into a
you're
new
just
hobby.
scared of the abyss.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, I want to learn how to navigate by the stars, or how to like star.
Yeah.
We call it star hopping, which is where you can identify one star and then you know how to like find other stars from that
Oh,
star.
that's cool.
Which
Ooh.
is kind of like how they navigate. You know, they would find the North Star, and then they know if you go to this star, then it's so many degrees away, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
love seeing the North Star at night because it's so bright and everything. But I was speaking to my partner when I was in when I was in Oz, like, one day I was like, oh, let's go stargazing or something. I was like, oh, where's the Big Dipper around? Like, I can't figure out. And they were like, oh no, you don't see it from down here. We've got completely different constellations. I was like, huh?
yeah, right. In the
I was
southern
like,
hemisphere.
oh, I was like, oh yeah, because you guys are like on the complete opposite side of the planet, and you see all of the other constellations that we can't see from the northern hemisphere, and so you can't see the Big or Little Dipper. I was like,
You can see
oh,
we can see the yeah. We can't see the Southern Cross, which is like the Southern Hemisphere's version of like the navigation
oh,
stars. Is
Oh,
like
really?
they it's a bit more complex. They have to do like some like they have to draw some like imaginary lines between like these stars. Then where they intersect is south or something.
yeah, they have like
Mm.
4 stars, and they're like those ones. Put an X on that.
They don't just
Yeah,
have like
exactly.
one conveniently placed star like we have.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
we're so
but
privileged in the Northern Hemisphere.
yeah, we've got. But then again, I wonder if that's because quite a bit of the navigation first started in the northern hemisphere.
Nah, that can't
Yeah.
dictate where the
and
stars
and
go.
they've just got a different system down there. But like I need to learn what constellations they do to have down there, because obviously I don't know any of them. I only
Yeah.
know like our northern hemisphere ones. I think there are some of ours that you can still see down there just about, but I want to see all the new ones. I need to actually
Yeah.
take some interest in it, because that's just so weird to me, that because I always look up at the sky and I go, oh, there's Orion's belt, oh, there's, and then they just don't have that.
No,
It's out there.
it's really interesting as well because it's even like even just beyond like the northern versus southern hemisphere thing. You actually get entirely different zodiacs and constellation
Mm.
systems like across the northern hemisphere. Like I think Native Americans had their own constellations in different Asian countries. Would have had their own
Yeah,
constellations. There was
yeah,
like a
Mm.
different Greek and Roman constellation.
Oh, yeah. I
You know,
wouldn't have thought of that.
it's totally different, like across depending on where you were in the northern hemisphere.
yeah.
Your cultural traditions will dictate how you view the night sky. I mean, we're
Oh, it's
trained to like
amazing.
when I'm looking at the sky, I go, yeah, there's Orion, there's the Big Dipper,
But
there's
yeah, it'll be different for other people.
exactly.
I also love how the zodiac signs, like as our sun travels around, because it circles a big black hole, doesn't it? As it travels around there, we do transition into these other constellation like paths, like these other segments. It's all part of astrology, which I quite like, but also that's very cool that we're actually not going to be in the same position that we're in. Like, we're slowly moving around. I think, how long does it take us to do a circle around?
250 million years.
Yeah, it's massive. Like,
Yeah,
What?
we're never going to be in this exact spot that we're in our lifetimes again.
yeah, and it's also I think speaking of wet dreams, I think it's an astronomer. It would be an astronomer's wet dream to be able to go back, um, even 100,000 years and see how
Yeah,
different the night sky was, and be
it
able to
would have
make
been.
observations of that.
Yeah, gosh, it would have been so different.
The
Oh,
North Star changes every 10,000 years or so, so it's going to be a different one. We're not going to have one, I think, in a couple thousand
eventually,
years.
yeah.
We're not going to have one because we're going to not be oriented towards that star anymore, or it will have moved. So
Well, we would have moved, and it would have moved,
yeah, exactly.
and everything would have moved. But it's okay. We're not going to last that long anyway. The squids will overtake us.
Oh
Apparently
I
boy.
guess
they're the
I have a question that I want to ask actually to
Go
yeah,
both
on.
of
hit
you,
us.
and it's like if you could live on any planet in the solar system aside from Earth, or around, like on a space station, which would it
Yeah.
be?
Well, are they? Is this in this theory? They're all habitable planets.
Or like they're not habitable necessarily, but there's a permanent base on or around them that is habitable.
I like to be on Pluto and look out at the very edge of the universe, like our known solar system, and also see if that eighth planet is out there because I think it is.
That would be quite cool. Yeah.
I want to. I'd be the first one to spot it. Radio back to NASA. Take 15 years to
I mean,
get
it'd
back
be
to them.
yeah.
I
I
found it
mean,
and I'm
Yeah.
gonna die.
I mean, I don't know. I really like Earth.
Yeah, I was about to say you're really happy here, aren't
I
you?
don't want to be boring, but I really like Earth, man. I
Earth is
think it's
good to
It's
fun.
us.
It's
cool. It's
good.
cool. Earth is great.
There's so much of Earth
It's
that I haven't even seen or thought about, you know? Like, I don't need to go somewhere else to get my fill of exciting and exploration. There's
Do
loads of shit
you
I've not
spend a
seen.
lot of Do you spend a lot of time on like Google Street Map, like just browsing random bits of the world?
Yep, I do, yep.
Yeah.
wow.
I've discovered there's like bits of the Andes, for example, that are on street maps, and like it's insane. Like I'm just like I want to be there instead of
I
you
will
know
say that is the
yeah.
benefit of having a long distance partner is I get to go over to
That's
Australia and
true.
then most of the time I'm in the same places that I've been, but a couple of times we go out. Like they took me up into the mountains last time and I was like, oh, this is so nice.
Mm.
Tense.
I'm really into looking at Kazakhstan in Google
Ooh.
Maps. I don't know, something about Kazakhstan. I just go on Google Maps, I look in the mountains, I look in the street view and the towns and the
There's
lakes, and I'm
yeah.
like, fuck me, I want
There's
to
a
go
lot of
there.
places I'd love to travel, but I won't because it's not safe to. And
Mm,
that is a
Yeah.
massive shame. It's either not safe because of the political environment, or sometimes it's just if you're a man, you would be safe, but as a woman, you would not be.
mm,
Because like it's like India. I'd love to go to so many parts of India, but they really discourage you from going as a solo woman or as a group of women because
mm,
there's areas of it that just aren't safe to, which is a shame. It's a shame that so much of our world isn't just free to traverse either because it costs hella money or because it's not always safe to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do know of single women that have gone to India and had a cracking time though. I think it's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
it
most
depends.
people are fine. It's just obviously that they want you to be aware of that risk.
Yeah, I do feel like I have that privilege that I'm probably going to be quite safe anywhere.
Mm,
And
So
not
we'll
have to worry
take you
about
with
that. I
us
mean,
everywhere. We'll be like, it's okay. We've
yes,
got.
yeah. But there are places like you look at like war-torn countries, for example. I mean, we see
Yeah.
them on the news as being war-torn, but then you look at what they're actually like, and it's not that. They're
yeah.
Or you look
beautiful
at what
places.
they were like before everything went to shit,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
I
like,
think
it
that's
was so
so sad.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's
It
so
is.
sad doing that. I remember doing that. What was I looking at? I was looking at Syria, like before pictures of Syria.
Yeah,
Oh man,
and it
so
looks so
sad.
different now.
Yeah.
Syria and Afghan, a lot of the Middle East, and
yeah,
a lot of the old culture in the Middle East has also been lost.
Mm,
But I mean, that is part of human nature. Quite a lot of cultures over the time, a new culture comes in or a more dominant culture, wars happen, and they tear down the old stuff. They put up new stuff. So it's not necessarily a new cycle. It's just very disheartening to be existing at the same
mm,
time that this cycle's kind of renewing and knowing what you're losing. But at least this time around, we have the ability to document it and at least have evidence of it.
mm,
exactly. Yeah, and there's so much.
Benefits.
Yeah, we're very lucky, the British Isles, to have been relatively unscathed for like most of our history.
Yeah, we have
Um,
mm.
quite a lot of old history here that is still intact.
Yeah, until like, I think after like 700, people stopped coming over here and burning everything down. Although there's a
Yeah.
layer of like there's like a layer of like land called the Boudica layer or something because she literally burnt down like all of
To be fair, she had
Odysseus.
good reason to.
Damn.
She had
Yeah,
good
yeah.
reason.
Because
Uh,
you just see like burnt streaked
yeah.
paper. piles in this layer of like
Because yeah, it's like
archaeology, which is
layers of like
crazy.
charcoal and soot or something, isn't it? All
Yeah,
condensed down.
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Isn't there also a layer of that from where they think the meteorite hit?
Yes, I really recommend anyone listening, and if you haven't, to read this New Yorker article from a while ago, maybe it was Scientific American, which is about uh, some recent attempts to identify like the actual layer where it happened.
Yeah.
And there seems to be some good signs that they found, like I think they found like fish bones which shouldn't have existed in that area, but seem to be from sediment, which is from like the Gulf of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula area.
Well, that's where they think the meteorite hit, didn't it? So it would have like
Yeah,
just
yeah. So it
thrown
must be like
stuff
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. You were a fish 65 million years ago,
You were
enjoying your
fucked.
lovely Mexican holiday, and then you
Yeah.
got it flying. Like I was loving Mexico, but I guess Ohio will be okay for me for
Yeah,
now.
you're there like, oh, it's lovely and warm over here, and then you're like, shit, where the fuck am I?
You know, speaking of
Eviscerated.
holidays, I actually and this is I guess a fish holiday. I was in Mongolia.
That sounds nice.
It was interesting because in one of the great things about that is like speaking of dark skies areas, it's like
You went to Mongolia?
you sleep. Yeah, you sleep in like you don't sleep in hotels. You sleep in like tents, giant tents called
Oh my
yurts.
You went
Oh,
to
Yeah.
okay.
Mongolia?
And like I was
Anna's
out
catching
there.
up.
Hannah, I know, but look, this is an incredible story. Do you guys know REM? Michael Stipe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you went to Mongolia. I didn't know
Oh
that.
Yes.
my god.
When?
I
Oh my
was staying at the same place as Michael Stipe in one of these like tent city, like tent towns that like they use to like as you like pick it up and go away. And I spoke to him
Oh.
What
for
the
like a little bit,
fuck?
and I was like, because I was surprised as hell that he was there. I mean, it kind of makes sense. He's got that kind of like like vibe.
Yeah.
And I said, why? I thought, if he was on tour, he'd be in a hotel or something. And I said, why are you staying in these tents with us? And he said, well, when you're in Mongolia, everybody
Just
yurts.
yeah.
Oh,
You want the
shut your
experience of the
fucking.
culture.
Everybody yurts.
Oh.
Michael Stipe of REM said, everybody
You're
yurts.
such a dickhead. You're such a
Anna was
colossal
so
dickhead.
excited.
I can't believe you've. I would throw my pen at my
I
screen, but I'm
can't
worried it's
believe
gonna
you've
pick
done
up.
this.
I was like, you've been to Mongolia.
I really wish I had. That's a dream of mine.
You've
Anna,
been
we can
to
make this happen. We can
Mongolia.
go.
Now you have to go and stay in the tents and tell us how it was.
I'm actually really pissed
will.
off at you, Jordan, for that.
Well, shall we use that to pivot into well, obviously usually we say it's a two-man show, so there's no credits except for credit to Jordan. But Jordan's actually here. So we can actually give you credit today for your lovely little jingles at the,
I don't
at
want
the
to take
beginning
credit
and
because
the
I'm
end.
angry. I'm
And
angry.
Anna's
Thank you.
very pissed off.
I'll be performing at the Apollo this weekend in my own
At the
land.
Yeah,
So
O2, yeah.
for everybody yurts.
Don't trust anything he says because he's a liar.
He's gaslighting.
Ugh.
But other than that, we will take credit for something that we have done this week that we are proud of, even if it's only a little thing. A little thing. I'm hatching duck eggs because my duck laid a secret nest and they have started to pip today. And I've gotten everything organized ready for them because I think they'll hatch probably tomorrow or maybe even very early Sunday morning.
Oh my gosh.
So I've got everything prepared for them. I've got their bed set up. I've got their chick crumb in. I've got extra vitamins because the chick crumb doesn't have enough for them. And hopefully they will be all right as rain. So I'm going to take credit for being a good duck parent, I guess. A duck grandparent.
Nice.
I don't know what to say about that. What about you, Anna? Are you still too pissed?
I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed. It's fine.
It's alright. You're allowed to feel your emotions.
Okay, what am I going to take credit for? I'm learning how to sew, and I sewed a cushion cover today
By hand or with a machine?
with a machine.
Ooh,
That's very
those are scary.
impressive.
That is
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
They-
put
they
buttons
scare
on it
me.
as well. I sewed buttons on it.
Ooh, because yeah, you did your
Is
little
that going to be
apron,
like?
didn't you?
Is that going to be buttoned up cushion cover, or is it going to be buttons as decoration?
I don't want to respond to you right now, Jordan.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
The
They're-
dog shed.
They're functional buttons. They're going to have elastic to, keep the cushion inside its little
Yeah.
cushioning closure.
Nice. What about you,
Oh.
Jordan? Anything you've done this week that you're proud of, other than getting me and Anna in on your little joke?
Your little joke.
Your little
That's
joke.
my
So
life
proud of
every year,
yourself.
so I'm going to hibernation until I'm next on this podcast.
That's like
until I
getting
get
an
a
up
full-
dog. That's like getting an up dog in.
Yeah.
Don't start.
It's a really long-winded up dog.
That is a long-winded up dog.
I'm really proud. I guess this is like, it's technically a work thing, but it's like I managed to like I do photography in my spare time as like a kind of freelance thing, and I did. I kind of like in the last like week I had an apprentice essentially working with me for one of my shoots. It was my
Ooh.
first time like really having someone like who I really like their photos do a shoot with me.
Ooh.
I was like kind of helping him out a little bit, and I saw his photos and I edited them, and they were really good. And I delivered like a record number of photos to the person I took photos for.
That's
And
cool.
that was cool. Yeah, and so I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of him, but I'm kind of proud of myself as like on the side for like this
Yeah,
was a good
like,
idea.
I
This
also
worked
did
out.
that,
This
yeah.
wasn't. I was
Mm.
expecting it to be like a little bit of me to be like, this is gonna be a total disaster, and I'm gonna have like 9,000 blurry photos I need to like delete. But no, it turned out quite well.
Oh, well done.
Huzzah! I find photos quite hard. I used to have a camera, and I couldn't get the hang. I just didn't have the eye for it. I guess you have to have the eye and the knowledge.
Having a photographic eye is helpful. I find. Yeah, it's I think there is like in photography, there's a surprising number of photographers who like don't see it as like an art, who see it as like just like a commercial thing. But and I think that's like sometimes I'm like,
I
it's a bit
think
sad.
anything can be an art based on your perspective of it. So if they see it as like almost a process, that I guess that's to each their own. But I definitely think if you're doing something that is creative in that way, there's definitely an element of art that you just can't escape. It's just inherent.
Definitely.
But no, I love that. Okay, anybody else have any last little tidbits we want to get in, or else I'll round out the show here and there.
Round it.
Not
Round
like
it.
an 8-minute joke. I can tell if that's how.
No,
it's
No
done.
more jokes. No more jokes.
doesn't
But
No.
honestly, it was great having you here, Jordy. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being with us. Thank you so much to everyone who was listening. That's all we have for today, but it is far from all we have to say. Next week, who knows? Maybe we'll talk about your hyperfixation. Tune in to find out. Bye.
Bye.
Do, do, do.